Hey there, everyone out there in internet land. This is Mike here with SERP Focus, and today I wanted to make a quick video that I've been meaning to make for a while because I'm a big supporter of Web 2.0 Ranker, but also because this has a lot to do with SEO outsourcing, which is a big thing in our industry. A lot of people struggle with. They don't really understand outsourcing or how to use it within their company to fulfill client projects or structure pricing and all those kinds of ins and outs of running a business. So I wanted to make this quick video, kind of a Web 2.0 ranker review slash training slash SEO outsourcing explanation. So here we go. I'm going to jump right into it here. First of all, Web 2.0 Ranker completely changed the game for me. I would say about a year ago when I really started digging into their services and using them. Because prior to Web 2.0 Ranker, I did a lot of when I first started my agency, I did everything in-house, did everything myself. And, everyone knows that there's no way to scale or grow a business when you do it that way. So, after a few months, about a year in, actually it was probably about a few, like 3, 6 months, I started looking for other people that could provide the services or the manual labor into doing whatever I was doing for my client campaigns because I already had an idea of how I was ranking sites. So the concept was to find people who can kind of take these individual parts of the campaign and fulfill them for me so I'm not sitting at home doing it myself, and that would in turn give me more time to grow my agency, deal with client matters, and everything else. Now that's one way to outsource your company. Another way to look at SEO outsourcing is from a kind of full service perspective. This is great for internet marketing agencies or maybe like a web design agency or something that's kind of breaking more into SEO. Maybe you have a third party that just does 100% of your SEO, provides the client reporting and all that stuff, and it's kind of just completely hands off. Like you don't have your own system, you don't have the individual parts, they just take care of it all, right? And those are the main two ways you're going to be outsourcing your SEO in general. Other than that, you can either hire employees and do this stuff in-house or have VAs or whatever that you manage somewhere. Both of those ways of doing it in-house or training VAs, the thing you have to understand with that is that you need to have an infrastructure built out, a system. There has to be training, quality assurance, and when you outsource your SEO, you're essentially outsourcing all that kind of stuff. So that's why I've kind of gone with the hybrid technique of doing some things in-house and then outsourcing some other things, because I have a few teams that do different parts of my SEO, and then I have some stuff that I outsource. And doing it that way, I find that I have the most control over my campaign because I'm an SEO strategist first and foremost, and I like to be able to control, what links look like and how they work and just how everything fits together. But Web 2.0 Ranker, like I said, they really changed everything because they kind of give you an option. It's a lot different than a lot of the SEO outsourcing services, that are available. And I'm going to kind of take you through that, show you the services I use, how I use them, how that fits into pricing, and all that other good stuff. But more importantly, they allow you to outsource the individual parts. Like here they have social accounts, press releases, maps SEO with embeds or citations, but then they also offer a full outsourcing service. If you're just doing, if you want them to do entry level SEO, mid level, if you have some high competition, they have, monthly link packages for your ongoing clients. And like I said, I don't do a lot of the fully managed stuff. I would definitely trust Web 2.0 Ranker. They are the only outsourced company that I trust 100% with my client work. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people will say, well, test the service. You find a new SEO service or someone comes out with a new service, test it on your site. Don't just do it on directly a money site. There's not a single service Web 2.0 Ranker has, whether they just came out with it yesterday and I haven't used it, or they've had it for months and it's just my first time trying it out now. I will use it directly on a money site. I'll use it directly on a client site. I literally have no worries about any of that because everything they do is super high quality, and they really care about your results and your business and your satisfaction with the service, which is probably the most important thing that sets them apart. So when I get a first client, say I get a new client, right? And The first thing that you're going to want to do, or at least that I do for a lot of my clients, is setting up IFTTT, citations, press releases, all that kind of standard stuff. So right here, we have Web 2.0 Rankers IFTTT Setup service. It's $66. This is a great service. I use their setups for pretty much all of my projects. I don't really do too much IFTTT stuff in-house unless it's after the math, after it's set up and I'm adding some linking or optimization or embeds or things like that. But I'll have these guys set it up. I'll usually power up the network if I'm dealing with a more higher comp or more uh, higher paying client, you could say. And then I'll also often do these 200 or 20 plus branded Noam accounts. And the Noam accounts, if you go to Noam.com right here, it's just a huge list of like branded kind of social, different types of branding accounts that you could build. So they're going to build 20 or more of these here. And you can see that it's $177 for this setup. And this might just be maybe part of month one I'll get for a client campaign, right? So I'll order their IFTTT setup, the 20 plus social accounts, and then usually I'll do citations, right? You're going to do your Yelp and your major data aggregators, excuse me, and all those types of things. So we have business citations here, agency quality citations. You can get 40, you can get 80, you can get 120, you can get up to 350 if it's within the US. Normally a new client, though, I won't start off with 350. You'll start off with 40 or 80. And of course, I'll usually do a press release too, and these map embeds. Like this is just great local optimization. So I mean, we're looking at 164. Combined with the other services. Say that's the first month of your campaign, right? What I just showed you: the IFTTT setup, the Noam accounts, the boosting, the press release, the citations, the embeds. That's maybe month one, right, of your client SEO campaign. So now your cost is $400. That's one of the biggest things that having these different services or outsourcing in this way will also give you a good understanding of what your hard cost is for your companies. Because when I first started out and I was doing all the services myself, it was kind of hard to put a dollar amount to my time, to my work, right? Obviously, I couldn't say I was worth $1,000 for me to build an IFTTT account, but my time is the most valuable time within my business. So I need to understand what the cost is for me to fulfill my clients' campaigns if I'm not only going to sell it, but if I'm going to fulfill it profitably and consistently every single time. So just looking at this right here, we know we have a hard cost of about $400 if that's our first month campaign, right? We don't necessarily have to do that. We could switch it up. We could use different services on here. But the thing I want to show you too is that not only do they have full outsourced services where they kind of handle everything, client reporting and all that stuff, they have a few other services that I like to use a lot. For a lot of my bigger clients, because I do some stuff in-house, but I do like to get kind of the grunt work, the mundane, simple optimization, keywords, Google My Business stuff. It's just a headache, and doing it in-house, there's so many little fine points. The quality assurance is very difficult. So instead of going through and ordering, my IFTTT setup and my citations and all that, I'll come over to the local maps Google My Business optimization package they have here, and I'll just order this for a client just right out the gate. This will pretty much take care of, the first 2 months of the basic optimization. I might throw in a few, other things, some other little services, like depending on if I do this 60-day or 120, I'll throw in an IFTTT setup or 20 plus branded Gnome accounts, maybe if I'm doing this first package. Now, I'm not going to get into which one is better. Okay, this one costs more. This is 4 months, 4 installments of $287, as opposed to a one-time payment of $329, right? So there's a very big difference. If I have a $4,000 a month client, I would jump on this. You get pretty much everything in this package up here, plus you get additional branding accounts, your IFTTT setup, tier 1, tier 2, maps claiming, business data aggregators, Premier Branding Authority links, citations, embeds. It pretty much comes with everything. So even like right here, when I was saying your social accounts, your IFTTT setup, this comes with the social ring of trust, not the IFTTT, but you could order this 60-day campaign right here, and you'll see it pretty much comes with the Google setup, citations, Google My Business optimization, maps embeds, SERP tracking, pretty much everything you need to launch an initial campaign. So what I'll often do is use a service like this. Say it's a major client. Use this for like the first 2 months, right? And during that 2 months, we're obviously doing more work too. We're doing the on-page optimization, which I have someone in-house do, and that cost me around 10 to 20 bucks a page roughly. And then I have my PBN links, which the cost of those can range quite a bit depending on how much I'm investing in those. So kind of between right here, $329. Say I got a 20-page website, that's $400. I know it's about $730 now in hard cost plus PBN links for the first 2 months. So say $1,000 in PBN, so that's 1,400 for the first 2 months. So if it's a $3,000 a month campaign, I'm making 70% return just by understanding that this is what I'm doing for my campaign, this is the cost, and that's the way I can kind of figure that out. So, like I said, Web 2.0 Ranker has pretty much everything across the board. The Google authority stacking, press releases, IFTTT, full white label services, map embeds, PBN links, tier 2 and tier 3 links, authority brand links. One of my favorite things that I like to use a lot too is they have a monthly optimization for local businesses. Like this maintenance, and this I'll often use because, like I said, I do a lot of stuff in-house and outsource a lot. But when I get a client that has a very well-established site, maybe their Google My Business is in place, they have a lot of their map citations, kind of those finer things are taken care of. Now it's kind of doing the fine on-page optimization, maybe adding some more content, fixing up some minor key, points, and then building some authority links and things like that. And if that's the case, if I kind of have that foundation already set up for a client, I'll often use something like this, the maintenance and link building SEO, which is a monthly campaign where they build, monthly branding links for the site. They do press releases, they kind of alternate through these things. You choose the first one. So like say if I ran a press release last month, maybe I'll choose something else on here that needs to be done within the campaign. But then this will just run every month and allow me to kind of just focus on the management, the quality assurance. Obviously, still want to review work, make sure everything's working, track your rankings and whatnot. But it really gives you time to focus on your business, knowing that your monthly client campaign is just completely managed, and every month you get a report. You could forward that to the client, put in your own branding and everything, build your PBN links or whatever authority links outreach that you're doing. And I mean, really what I'm talking about right now is the foundation of my basic SEO campaign, right? Google Maps setup, where'd it go? The Google My Business local optimization, that was $329, right? So I'll do that. And then after that's done, first 2 months, I'm doing a monthly package like this right here. And during that whole time too, I'm either doing competitor linking, finding the competitors' links and obtaining those, private network links, or outreach, depending on, like I said, if the competitors have certain links from places, I'll do the occasional outreach to match those links as well. But I mean, that's really it. As far as SEO outsourcing, Web 2.0 Ranker really changed the game for me at the beginning. Earlier last year, when I really started digging into their services, they keep adding more and more quality services. And not only, like I said, do they have these kind of done for you services, but they really break it down to a individual kind of, different subset, different, different types of the minor services between IFTTT, citations, all the little fine points that make up a campaign, so you can structure your whole thing. So obviously, I'm a big supporter of Web 2.0 Ranker. I suggest everyone use their services. More importantly, because they are extremely about high quality. And a lot of companies, they'll use the gimmick, buy SEOs for SEOs. We do SEO ourselves, and that's why we know how to rank websites with our services. Obviously, I know these guys do SEO themselves. They have clients, they have their own websites, whether it's affiliate, lead gen. They have all different types of sites. They've ranked hundreds, thousands between the owners and their in-house staff. But more importantly than just the fact that they know SEO, right, and they provide quality SEO services, the thing I love most about Web 2.0 Ranker is they genuinely care about their clients. They care about um, their clients, and not just their clients' relationship with them, but their clients' relationship with their clients' relationship with their employees, just everyone. They're very much a win-win-win focused company, which is very rare. I mean, I trust their integrity so much that I would be willing to put my own money on their services. That if anyone tries their services and are just completely unsatisfied, thinks these guys suck, they don't care, they have horrible quality, they didn't take care of them, they think it's absolutely horrible, I would refund your money. Seriously, I trust their integrity so much that I would be willing to do that, because I don't believe there's a single person out there that has used Web 2.0 Ranker that can honestly say that they are unsatisfied with their experience. And I'm not saying that maybe they had an IFTTT network built and their rankings didn't skyrocket, and they were expecting some big ranking boost or something. And obviously that's not how SEO works. We know that sometimes even if you send the most high quality PBN link, it doesn't always mean your site's going to move if you don't choose the right anchor text, if the on page isn't. So many different signals to consider. But if you ever talk to someone who is unsatisfied with the service, I guarantee they will tell you that Web 2.0 Ranker made it right, either refunded their money, or gave them something else for free. I'm going to tell you actually the one bad experience, I shouldn't say bad, the one mistake Web 2.0 ever made with one of my orders. Okay, and I want to bring this up because obviously no one's perfect. Every company makes mistakes, and I don't want to sit here and over glorify Web 2.0 like they're not human. But one thing I can say is that they make way less mistakes than I have ever been able to have with my own quality assurance in-house. Okay, the cost of me having in-house people do this kind of work and keeping the quality up was insane. I mean, I've had in-house people, I've had VAs. It sucks. Okay, it absolutely sucks. If you need IFTTT networks built, don't build that section of your company out. Just outsource it, unless you're going to sell that as a super high quality service, because it's just not worth it for the headache. But more importantly, um, they're just a quality service that you can really dig into. And the one time that they did make a mistake was on the monthly order. I think it was this package right here. There was some brand links. It was just brand links. Okay, it wasn't catastrophic. They didn't send like 5,000 links to my money site or something crazy. It was as simple as I wanted these links linked to specific inner pages. They were branded local links, and they link some to the home page, and some to some other inner pages. Very non-devastating, not major. It's just not even really a big deal, to be honest. It's just not what I wanted. It's not what I was expecting. Okay. And it was about 10 backlinks total. And I sent them and contacted Chaz, the owner. I said, hey, these links are going to these spots. I wanted them to go kind of here, there. And they ended up redoing the whole order and then giving me another month free, which was insane. Don't expect them just to hand you out free stuff because you're complaining. But it was very obvious that they were more concerned with my satisfaction than just getting me out of the support system, right? I expected them to just go and change those 10 backlinks, just switch them over. And honestly, if they would have did that, it would have been okay. Their service is always good and high quality, and everything works out great. But they just went the extra mile. They really did. And I really felt that they were more concerned with my satisfaction than the fact that I was just paying them for a service, which is very rare. So that's really everything I got to say. It's about it. I really trust Web 2.0 Ranker more than any other service on the internet. Of course, there's a few services and things I use here and there. They are probably about 80% of my outsourcing, though. Anything that I don't do in-house pretty much goes through Web 2.0 Ranker. And honestly, if they come out with a new service, I'm always trying their new services. I know they just came out with this Google My Maps embed, which is now included in the Google Maps optimization, which is really cool. Um, but just everything they do, it's always super high quality. It looks great. You can present it to your clients. That's the best part, right? Having a service that you could just say, here's the report, pass it on to your client, and the client doesn't go, what's this? What's this, spun content, or these links make no sense, or, it's just not that way. Um, So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about outsourcing, you could be sure to let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. If you have more questions about Web 2.0 Ranker, maybe the strategy that I'm using, kind of how I'm pricing it. Like I said, the most important part is that by using a service like this, you can kind of structure what your pricing looks like and really determine, if a client is paying me $1,200 or more, they can fit into this campaign. If they're paying me $1,000 or less, this is the way it's working. And having that understanding will really transform not only the way you do your business and fulfill your clients' campaigns, but will also change the way you sell your SEO, because you'll have such a solid understanding of what you're providing, how you're providing it, and how much you're going to make, as opposed to throwing out a $2,000 price tag and then trying to figure out what you're going to do for their campaign. So again, that's really about it. Web 2.0 Ranker, I suggest checking them out, try them out, use them on your client sites. Don't be afraid to use them on money sites. There is nothing, they, like I said, they've ever done that I've found to be low quality or unpresentable to a client. And that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions, be sure to hit me up, and thank you for watching.